Welcome back, everyone, to Sanity Lost Podcast, a podcast where I get to scare my friends for fun. I'm Itisdpayne, Dave, whatever you wanna. By the time we actually get close to the end of this, I will know what you guys can call me. So right now, you can call me awesome.
All right, keep her awesome.
Now, I'm already thinking of just people in the church just getting mad at that. They'll just hear that. They won't hear what just happened in the last episode. Because I'll just save that for later. But anyway, there's other stuff that could happen, and So for anyone that is new and you're like, what is this podcast about? Well, it's Call of Cthulhu, a totally homebrewed adventure written by me. And if you want to know how this is all going or where you can look it up, well, let me tell you. Just go back about to episode 1 and start there. It gets you in the vibe. But yeah, as we introduce everybody here, I guess I have one question. I would like to get your thoughts on. And now, after thinking about this, it probably should have been something I asked earlier. And so, you know what? We're going to start off with the person I knew who gave a real good reaction, Elizabeth. Why don't you introduce yourself, and how do you feel about clowns?
Oh, man. All right. Hi, everybody. I am Elizabeth, and I play Cora Richmond, a 9-year-old girl who you should go and listen to previous episodes to learn about. How do I feel about clowns? I think, on a whole, I don't mind them, unless they are the size of a bull with green, drippy blood face trying to chase me with an axe. And then not super big fan. Or if you're the It clown, also not a fan of that.
You make it sound like you run into these horror clowns quite often. Like
it seems like it. It seems like those are the only clowns that I run into.
It's what Elizabeth does on the weekend. Avoid Amazon deals, look at wall lights, and run into unspeakable horror clowns from beyond.
Horror clowns
that pierce the veil.
It's not a great life, guys. Not a great life.
Let's moving right along. Nite, what are your thoughts about clowns?
I am Nite, also known as Caleb, and I don't know, the whole clown thing, I'm more or less indifferent. Pennywise can stay on his side of the country, and I'll appreciate him from afar. Yeah, on the whole, I can take him or leave him. Giant horror clowns, I think I'll leave if you don't mind too terribly much.
Doesn't the whole thing take place in, like, Massachusetts or Maine?
In Maine, yeah. New England.
That's where all Stephen King stuff takes place. He's like,
pretty much.
He must really hate Maine. It's like, I'm gonna make sure no one goes there by writing all my horror movies there, or books, and then people make them to movies. So John, what are your thoughts on clowns?
I'm not a big fan of clowns. I'm not terrified, but I'm not going to go and approach them. I remember thinking it was super creepy a handful of years ago, where there was that, like, spree of, like, nobody's even sure what was going on yet, but people dressed up as clowns just, like, out in the woods or, like, roaming around weird locations, and I thought that was super creepy.
I'm surprised they didn't make a movie on that.
I know. I feel like there's some good subject matter there. And then there was, Elizabeth may remember this, but in New Hope, there used to be this store that would sell, we called it the Death Store. They would sell...
Real nice place.
Yeah, it was. I think they would call it a remembrance store. So that we can get into it on another podcast, or another episode. It will be super interesting. But they had a very creepy, like, clown statue there that we were both fascinated and a little horrified by.
Okay, I'm just writing down in my notes, Death Store.
So like basically, just real quick, it was a store where they would sell antiques that were kind of, they were based on death, I guess, or like the passing of people. So they would have a lot of hair jewelry. If you've never heard of hair jewelry, that was a thing back kind of before the World War started, where when somebody would die, the way people would remember them is they would take some of their hair and then create jewelry out of it. So you would have...
Or art.
You know, you would have shadow boxes, you would have rings with, like, you know, designs created out of the person's hair. Like, it was just a common thing where they would remember their loved ones through these various pieces of hair. And
because, fun fact, hair doesn't...
when you die,
break down.
Yeah, when you
ever.
die, it just remains.
So all of the hair for all of eternity just stays intact. So weird. So weird.
But
to
it was
think
like
about.
super fascinating because like there was one day we went in and ended up talking with a long time with the store owner, and he was explaining all this stuff to us. And it's kind of cool just to think about, like, you have this piece of like somebody from long ago that somebody wanted to remember, and just thinking like that this belonged to somebody and then was also a representation of somebody else who passed away. And it just was kind of a very interesting concept.
Just like that medical museum in Philadelphia where they got the Cullen stuff with poop.
The Muter Museum.
Yeah, not quite that as gross out. But.
That sounds like a good thing. I'm gonna hold on to this memory, this oversized Cullen of my dear beloved, because they couldn't poop. That's right. I take things that are sacred and make them jokes, and cause my friends to roll real life sanity rolls.
I failed all of those a long time ago.
I am preemptively not apologizing for any nightmares that happened tonight.
I'm not a bear.
You all knew what your system. Yes, but I won't turn you into glue yet. I don't know. I'm losing the thread, but
Let's get back to scary clowns.
Yep.
yeah. I'm trying to think what would be scarier. Like, have you guys seen like those like the videos with the old clown that's just is like super like I can't remember what it's from, but it was like I think it's like this video on YouTube, and it's like from a real show, like when they were live, like sending like a live recording of it, and was this clown that was like in front of all these kids, and he just is done dealing with this and just starts berating everybody. And it's like, I don't know, it's like looking at the footage, it feels like it's from like the 80s or something like that. And it's just like this very mad
angry clown.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what would be worse. Like, a clown. You know what I just realized? I haven't seen Ronald McDonald in a while.
What is happening?
Anyway,
This is
Dave's
normal.
spinning out on clowns.
This is normal.
anyway, yeah, Nite's used to this a little bit more. Welcome to my brain, where I'm pretty sure it probably should go get checked, but I'm lazy.
Welcome to Sanity Lost, where our sanity
Yes.
is already lost.
Welcome to Sanity Lost, where the keeper already lost his years ago. Cue that. Dun-dun-dun. But yeah, you know what though? I'm not even gonna do a recap, because you know what? It was just so intense, where everyone was after the last recording was like, that was an hour, and well, let's be honest, it's getting late here, and we're going to just jump right into it, as we have the screech and the yell. Actually, it's not a screech, it's more like this deep guttural roar coming from behind you guys. And as we were talking, I probably should have opened it up to the thing I said. I need to make sure I have the rules open for this, as we're going to do a little thing called a chase. As soon as I remember what chapter it's in. That's the magic chapter. That's the sanity chapter. I know I just saw it yesterday, or technically, hold on, what? Okay, yeah, it's still Tuesday. I saw it this morning. There's a whole chapter called... oh, there it is. Found it. Alrighty. And so let's cue this music because we're about to go into a chase. Wow, that started off a lot more intense than I was expecting. So, here's what we're going to do. You guys have now... oh, the way the chase works is that you guys are going to be escaping from this creature. And so, you guys actually know all the different sets that you just went through. That is what, when you guys were exploring through the woods, there was a few different sections right now. So, effectively, this clown creature is what is known as the cabin interior. You guys are in the section in front of it, which is known as the cabin clearing. And then there's just the path that will lead to whatever, the wood pile, to the fireplace, back to Centralia. And that is your goal, to escape from this thing. And so first things first, I need everyone's move. What is your move score?
That should be under combat. My movement rate is 9.
9, okay.
Do we have this laid
9.
out on a map? On our map?
This isn't really on a map,
No.
but yeah, it's kind of pretty much the way the chase mechanics will work is like you are going to try to get to Centralia back, and so what you know is that there's different areas like that you all went through.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So what you're going to try to do is get back through there, and then as you saw, there's some obstacles and some things. So pretty much what's going to happen is actually, I'm going to have to write this down just to... So your move is a 9.
Yep.
What is... and once I get everyone's move written down, I can explain what this is going to happen. Alright, so Kale, what is your move?
Also 9.
9, okay. Cora?
I think it's also a 9, but I'm having a... 7. Sorry, there it is. 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
So... let's see. Okay, and then we have... let's see, we have Charles, who's an 8. We have Caleb and Percy. That is a 9, and Sally is a 10.
Sally's gonna leave us to die.
So, what this means is that depending off the lowest person, which is Cora, is 7, is going to determine how many actions you get for your chase. Which means those actions can be used. You can just use them to move to the next area. You can use them to either help or hinder, like either help your friends or just hinder the monster. And so right now, this is just, it determines on how many actions you're going to get. So Cora, you get 1 action, right?
Okay.
For your turn. Charles gets 2. Caleb and Percy, you guys are going to get 3, and Sally's going to get 4. Alright. So you get 3 actions per your turn. So now we're going to determine turn order, which will be yeah, so I need everyone's dexterity, just straight dexterity score.
60 for
All right,
Caleb.
I'm
60, alright.
55 for Cora.
Okay.
And 60 for Percy.
So, 1 second. I gotta look this up. Okay, so, and then, all right. So, Caleb, you said 65.
60.
60. Percy, were you 65?
I was 60.
Oh, you both are 60.
Yep.
All right, so then you guys can decide who would go first. Decide that now. Like, who would want to go first?
I'm up for whatever.
I mean, Caleb still kind of stunned or stuck?
Well,
They
both,
were both
yeah, we
kinda-
both were kind of
yeah,
that way.
Yeah, we
Oh,
both.
that's true. You both
How
were.
about this? Just do a roll off real quick. Just roll a D100, both you guys, and whoever gets the lowest will go first.
36.
70.
Okay. Caleb. Okay, so that is our turn order. So I'm just going to write actions in. And so pretty much if you guys are in the same location as somebody, as like the clown or somebody else, you can pretty much pull them, like you can attack them if you so wish. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. Right now, you guys are ahead by one. And Sally, what she's going to do is, for one of her actions, she's going to kind of help grab Percy and like kind of just pull him forward a little bit, like kind of push him ahead a little bit. Kind of giving you a little bit of momentum to like get moving a little bit. Let's see, we're gonna just check that. Oop. Okay, yeah, she succeeds, like kind of just pushing you forward, and then what she's going to do is she's gonna be like, guys, I'm super fast, and you guys can talk during this, okay? So she's like, guys, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to. I think I can outrun it. So I'm going to see if I can try to cause a distraction to give you guys some extra time. And so she starts making her way off to like kind of a little bit down off the path, and she's going to like kind of start like shaking like trees and making noises and stuff. So that is her turn.
Sally, just be careful. Don't get lost.
Don't worry, I know where I'm going. And let's see how good she does at that. Okay, yeah, no, she is making a racket and like just is just shaking and everything. Like I don't know. It sounds like from your guys' perspective, like a tree just fell over. And with that, it's now the clown's turn. The clown just heavy thuds towards you guys and kind of gets in the same space, just towering over you guys, looks down and just kind of is looking over at the noise and stuff, but that's kind of all it can do right now. Caleb, it is your turn.
Let's see.
So you had 3 actions, and so pretty much you can. This isn't like D&D or something. Like you can just leave, and like it won't get an attack opportunity. You can try to hit it if you want. You can try to do something to hinder it or help somebody. It's up to you. Or it can be like another option that you're thinking of that I don't know about. So,
since Caleb already threw all of the rocks that he had picked up previously, as Cora got him started moving, he's just going to keep scanning the ground and picking up rocks and like small branches and stuff that he can throw as he goes. And
okay.
just like...
Yeah, it's easy enough. You don't have to roll for that.
Yeah,
There's tons of stuff.
Yeah, basically just so he has stuff to keep throwing back and trying to either continue to provide some level of distraction. Things flying at the creature's face can't be good for its concentration, but he's not expecting to do damage, but just trying to provide some level of distraction as he picks up stuff and just sort of like is throwing it backwards over his shoulder and trying not to hit his friends.
Alright, so you're gonna try to throw. So did you move and throw? Is that?
Yeah. So basically, he's picking up branches and as he's moving towards the next area and throwing them.
Okay, so you're. Yeah. So the next area, you are in the path, okay, so do a throw check to see if you are able to hinder it or anything.
31 is not below the 20. So.
Okay. Alright, yeah, so you kind of like, I'm gonna say like one of the sticks that you were grabbing was a little bit like sharp or something like that. Like it was just like freshly broken and like you kind of like cut yourself a little bit. But like that, yeah, it's not, you're not able to throw for a little bit. And yeah, so that's all your actions. Percy, it's your turn.
Okay. So Percy is going to move to the next area and also try and help move Cora.
Are we leaving Charles?
No.
So I guess as Cora sees Percy like running, she like screams out like, "Don't forget Charles! Grab Charles!"
Okay, yeah, and Percy just kind of reacts, and so we'll help move both of them and then move myself as well.
Alright. I will let you know if you wish, there's something you can do, because like you are sharing the space currently, just because this is so new to everybody. Mm-hmm. You are currently sharing the same location with the clown.
Yep.
If you wish to hit the clown, that is possible.
Yep.
You do have an axe.
I am aware.
I'm just okay. I just want to make sure. Yep. Like there's a lot of stuff that happened in between recordings of like computers. Why did you fail a sanity check?
I am tightly gripping that axe, but at the moment I am not choosing to use it.
Okay. Yeah. So you move. You kind of assist them, like maybe kind of. That way they're kind of a little bit out of the tangles of the brush that was there, and to give them a little bit of an easier time to go. That's what happens. You make it there, and that's all three of your actions. Charles. It's Charles' turn, and he's like, "Oh, I'm not a baby," and he like kind of kicks like a. Oh no, you see like he had a stone and he just is gonna chuck it at the right point blank. Oop, drop that. Okay, and he actually hits. And he does only 1 point of damage. But it's like he hits it and the clown that originally was looking where Sally was looking, like its head just like just slowly turns and looks down, and Charles like, "Okay, I'm a baby," and just like just bolts and to where he's with you guys. And now it is Cora's turn.
Okay, so everyone's together at this point.
You are still sharing the same space. Like he pretty much just like because you can't actually move people from location to location. It's just kind of making it easier. Like to help them out, so like you don't like you're not gonna get tangled or anything.
So since I only have one action, I think I'm just gonna like seeing that everyone's around. Cora just turns around and like starts taking off and following Caleb.
Okay. And now we're at the top of the round again. Sally is making more noises. You hear more crunching and stuff as she runs through. Okay, but like you hear like pretty much like like a tree, and you just hear like, oh gosh, and like but like it kind of gets a little bit quiet, like, and you hear like her kind of yell out, as she got a real bad roll.
Sally.
But with that, the clown now looks towards you guys, and now slowly, kind of like an 80s horror movie character that is also big and hulking, has a sharp object that he walks around with, makes his way intimidatingly towards you, just like, and it seems like smoke is coming like out of the hood, like through the the thing as it thuds closer and closer. Caleb, your turn. And it's now in the same space as you guys.
As we're running, do we, like, if we vocalize or talk to each other, do we have to wait for our turn to do that? Or?
No, you guys can talk.
Okay.
Like talking's a free action.
As we're running, Percy says, we need to make it to that pile of wood. I think if we can get to the wood, we can at least slow it down or try and hinder it. So I think we should keep running and try and make it there.
Caleb, run.
Yeah, so the pile of wood would be the next movement, right? Is that how I understand it?
Yeah, that'll be the next section.
You will be. Yeah, so if you're just gonna move right there, you can get there, and with your next two actions, you can attempt to climb.
Okay, so...
Go!
Or whatever the other thing I rolled was. Hold on, I'll look that up while you... I don't want to tell you what to do, so you do what you gotta.
So Caleb's definitely going to be running towards the this pile of wood and kind of keeping an eye over his shoulder, make sure everybody is also following. Since he's already saying everybody is kind of keeping up, then he's not worried about, running ahead at all. And he's going to run up to the pile of wood and start climbing and try to give some indication of where the kind of leave ways of helping the others as he can, as he tries to climb.
Okay. Yep, so you need to make a climb or dexterity check.
I will make that as a dexterity. Or not. At 78 over my 60 dexterity for the...
Okay. Alright, so you actually slip and you lose your action, the rest of your action. So pretty much next turn, you are going to have one less action and you have to spend one to free your foot. So that, unless someone helps you. But, Percy, it is your turn.
Percy, I slipped, my foot's stuck, help!
Sucks to be you.
Alright, so I'm going to also run to the pile of wood. And I actually want to look around and see if I see a tree that's partially cut, or maybe something that might be ready to fall, that if I maybe hacked at a few times with my axe, might be something that would either I could get to fall on the clown or in front of, or just kind of slow it down.
Roll spot hidden. And while this is all going on, who has the flashlight?
I do.
Okay. So imagine all this happening, because now you're coming out of the moonlight as you're... I'm just going to give it to you that you turn the flashlight back on, and it's just maybe that's also why Caleb also slipped, where it's just it's got that flash, and then as he tried to make that next step, the light went out, and it's he's slipping.
Alright, I rolled a 29 under 75.
Okay, yes, so right before the wood pile, it looks like either there's a tree that either was hit during pretty much a windstorm or something, and took it, and it looks like it's loose, and it does look something that where your axe, you might can attempt to cut through it, and it will fall in front of the wood pile.
Okay. Percy's gonna do that then. He's gonna just start kind of, wildly hacking at it, trying to cut it down.
All right. Make a strength check.
Good thing my strength is 90.
Don't say that too cockily.
Right.
You're gonna roll a
Yeah, I know.
99.
38 under 90.
Okay. How many actions are you using on this?
I will use the rest of my actions.
Okay, do it one more time. By the way, for everyone that is listening, I don't know if I'm doing the chase rolls correctly, but we're doing loosey-goosey, having fun here, and this is the best I can understand. If I'm doing it wrong, cool. Let me know, and we'll do it better next time.
That is an 82 under 90.
82 under 90. Okay, so, yeah, you take 2 good whacks at this, and you can hear, like, and it's just like, it's like on its last legs, but it's not fully through yet.
Okay.
So
so that was my last action.
okay. With that, it is now Charles' turn, and Charles makes his way over, and he's going to make his strength check to see if he can make it up, or rather, a climb check. Yeah, so he makes his way kind of up, and he gets to where Caleb is, and he's going to try to help Caleb up with the, see if he can help free him with a strength check. Okay, yeah, and he's not fully able to get you out, but he kind of loosens it up a little bit, where you are going to have, like, he kind of is, like, pulling, like, some branches back and, like, a log back, so that way, you're going to have, like, add 20 to your strength check when you try to break free of this. I realized I made him roll a strength check, to run up the thing, but now he rolled a 16, so he's going to be fine, even with the dexterity, which is what it was supposed to be, or a climb check. Anyway, he gets up there, and you're going to get a plus 20 to that roll to get your foot free. And Cora, it is your turn.
I'm just running.
All right, you make it there. Make a climb or dex check to make your way up.
That's a 55 for 55 exactly.
All right, match it, beats it. So, yep, you're good.
Cool.
All right, so I'm going to say you make it kind of close to the same place as Caleb and Charles. All right, and we're at the top of round 3 again. And you hear Steer like, God, guys, are you good? Keep going. And, like, you just hear, like, coughing a little bit as she gets up, and then she kind of makes it over, like, she kind of appears behind Percy. She's like, do you got this?
Sally, are you okay?
I tripped.
Are you hurt?
Nothing that's gonna stop me. But, just keep going. Percy, are you good?
Percy, let's go.
Yeah, I got this. You keep going.
Okay, but she used all her movement to kind of make her way there.
Okay.
And it is now the clown's turn. And the clown sees now that everyone's there and slowly makes its way closer and is now sharing the space with everybody. And that's all it can do right now. Actually, nah, yeah, that's kind of all it can kind of do right now. Hey, Caleb, you now, for this turn, you're only gonna have 2 actions because you lost one from failing, and so now you got to, you have a plus 20 to your strength to get free your foot.
All right, so we're freeing our foot first. That is very not good.
Oh my gosh.
Even with the plus 20, that was a 96 over 80.
Oh.
You got luck.
I feel like I need to. So I can push this one too, right?
Yeah, you can push it.
Yeah, I don't feel
Sorry,
like my luck
question
is.
on that. If you're
Yes.
adding 20 to the strength roll, do you subtract that 20 from what
Add
what
20
you
to
would
the
No.
target. Add 20 to the target.
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like, yeah, you're over, like, for example, if your strength is 50, adding 20 will make it 70 that you have to.
I gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
This is going to be really bad if it doesn't work out, but I'm going to push that strength roll.
Okay.
Oh,
58. Under
oof.
under 80.
Alright, and so, like, you wrench your leg free as, like, and, like, I don't know, like, maybe you, like, accidentally, like, squish, like, Charles's fingers a little bit, and he's just like, but, like, you get your foot free, and, yeah, you still have one action.
So Caleb is going to take a brief look around and see everybody else besides Percy has already climbed up, and Percy seems busy with what he's doing, and Caleb's going to start. I guess we're at the top at that point, right?
Yeah, you're kind of near the top.
So he's going to start scrambling down the other side.
Okay. Yep, so you start making your way. Next, yes, that's Caleb. Percy, your turn.
All right. So Percy's sensing that it feels like he just needs to get one more good whack on this tree. He's gonna take a swing. One more swing. That is an 85 under 90.
Okay. Your axe goes through, and just like it's just weird because like this thing you can see it's rusted and stuff, but like it still seems oddly sharp to finish cutting through this as it goes through, and you see it like slowly start falling towards this clown, and yeah, it is falling towards the clown, and I need to make a roll for the clown. Okay. So pretty much it looks up at like the last second, and like the tree crashes down, and it's just like you just see like smoke and like kind of like debris flake off from this tree, and as you look back, you see that the tree is just resting on its shoulder, and it doesn't look hurt. It's just like looks at you, and it's just it doesn't look happy. But it doesn't look like, it looks like this tree weighs nothing to it right now.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Percy sees that and just kind of gives like a and turns around and starts climbing up the wood pile.
Okay. Make a climb or dex check.
I'll do a dex check. Stop spinning. That is a 30 under 60.
All right, yeah. You kind of make it to right where Cora is standing. I think you have one more action.
Yep. I'm going to, or Percy, as he goes past Cora, it's just going to say, go, go, go. It's so strong. And I'm just going to keep going down the other side. Do I need to do a roll on that, or
Yeah.
dexterity again?
Yeah, Dexter climb. Yeah.
Which I didn't roll for that
is
part either.
Oh, yeah. I hand off the chess piece. I didn't call it for you. Sorry.
Okay. That is unfortunately, a 70 over 60.
Alright, yeah, you say that, and your foot goes right into the same hole that Caleb's was.
Aww.
Of course.
Well, at least Charles is still holding it at that point.
Do you wanna push that roll?
What do I roll off of? Or what am I rolling
Same
against?
thing.
Against.
It's the same target.
It will be the same thing.
And
It
what
just makes
happens if I
failure
don't
worse.
push it?
It
Actually,
like
you know what? I'm just gonna use luck.
okay.
I'm gonna take 10 luck and make that a 60.
I'm gonna get one of you guys with a push to roll. Yeah. So you catch up with Caleb. Caleb. As you kind of like on the like 2/3 past this log trail. Charles, is standing there and he's just like,
Go!
he's like, oh, and he reaches out his hand. He's like, come on, to like kind of help you up.
Okay. I grab on.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll just say these kind of play out at the same time, like as you're kind of going up.
Okay. All right. That's a 7 under Dex. You said under 55.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, and
which that's an extreme success.
Yep. Okay.
Extreme success over
Yeah.
here.
So like you're able to make like double time, like, and you kind of pass.
Pulling. Can I pull Caleb? Or Charles?
Let me see what he rolled. Yeah, well, he also passed, and so like kind of you were a little bit behind him, and he makes his way and he gets up as well, and like you guys get up there, and you're just like, what? Wait, Sally, and Sally, she's like, don't worry, guys, go. I'm gonna see if I can make it around. Well, actually, hold on. Let me see. She's like, okay, and she's just gonna try to climb up as well.
Sally, don't try anything. Let's go.
Yeah, no, she slips.
Sally!
And so she's like, but like she didn't make it up the like high enough to get her foot caught. Like,
Sally.
Hold up, let me see. I'm gonna push that roll. Oh, it got worse.
Uh-oh.
No!
So you guys hear like a snap. And you just hear like her like kind of yell like, oh my gosh, and just like and kind of lose all her moves as she sits down. It's just like, just go, get help. And
Sally's hurt. Percy, Sally's hurt.
And
Percy's like, we can't help her. We gotta go and get help. We can't stay.
No, we don't leave our friends behind. And Cora turns around. I know it's not my turn, but Cora turns around to get ready to climb back down.
Okay,
She's gonna go after Sally.
Well, you're gonna see this in full form right now. Because, let me ask this. Are you pointing the light at them?
Yep.
Alright, so this is what you see, because the clown is sharing the same space as with Sally. And what it's gonna do is you see Sally's foot, it's turned kind of like unnaturally, like she twisted her ankle or something to an extreme thing. And the clown just looks down.
Oh.
And then raises this axe. I'm gonna look at some stats real quick.
Uh-oh.
And cuts her in half.
Childhood trauma incoming.
And I gotta check one other thing, just to make sure I remember. Okay. Yep. And so this axe just crashes down onto her legs, and it's just like it looks like it cleaves through, and
Sally?
And she just screams out in pain as the clown kind of just slowly reaches and picks her up, and she's not moving.
Sally! Sally!
Caleb, it's your turn.
So Caleb doesn't see this, but I'm assuming he's hearing this crashing happening, and
Cora's screaming.
I'm imagining Cora's just screaming her head off at this point. So Caleb is kind of like, at this point, he's already in the mindset of getting out of here. He's been checking over his shoulders on the way, and he's just running at this point.
I need to know. Do you look behind? Like, it is not going to take one of your actions. I just need to know, are you looking at what happened? It's not gonna take an action. I just need to know.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of his mindset at this point.
Like, he heard the noise, he heard Cora scream. Like, even if it's just for a second, I just need to know if he sees Sally.
I think he's hearing. He might look up towards the top where Cora's at currently, but he wouldn't be. I don't think he looks through the wood where he would have been able to see Sally.
All right. Yeah, like pretty much this clown's so big, like the clown is taller than this wood pile, so it's just. But yeah, okay. So you don't see Sally. That's fine. No,
yeah,
okay.
I don't think he
ahead.
sees Sally at that point. I think he's just gonna take off running, and at this point, with all of that, all the noise, he's kind of gonna be hoping that his friends are keeping up, but really just going for help as quick as he can at this point.
Yep, no problem. Okay, go ahead.
Sorry. So he's basically just going to use his movement to go through the woods towards...
Roll dex. Because that's what you're rolling instead of climb.
54. Under
54. Okay, yeah, you make it off the pile, and you still have another action if you're planning on just running down the path.
Yeah, he's heading down the path at this point.
Okay. Yep.
And just yelling, come on guys, keep up, keep up.
Yeah, so... Yep. Percy, it is your turn.
All right. So Percy's down on the other side. I'm going to keep running. He kind of looks back up at Cora and yells, "You can't save her. You gotta leave her. You gotta come. You gotta get down. You gotta keep going." And just kind of turns back around. He hears everything that's going on, doesn't want to look at it. He's focused on just getting out as fast as possible.
Okay. Yep, so make a dex check. See if you can get over everything.
That was a 74 over 60.
You gonna push?
No.
Or you can do this. You can take your time, and it will take all your actions.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Alright, so that's the case. It's Charles' turn. And Charles, he sees what's happening. I need to roll for him. Okay, there he goes. So yeah, he seems like either adrenaline or mental he's okay. And he looks at this. He's next to Cora. Cora, what's your size? Actually, I think your size would be smaller than whatever is written because our character sheets. What is your size now? Anyway?
My adult size is 60.
Okay. Yeah. So
I'm slightly above average as an adult.
Yeah, so we're gonna say you're a little bit shorter, but the thing is, Charles is pretty strong, and he's like, he saw this, he's like, he just hard passed his sanity roll, and he's like, no, I'm not losing another friend, and he just picks you up, and is just gonna make his way over the pile. Are you fighting him?
Oh man.
Actually, roll sanity.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Alright. No, 15 under 60. So I don't fight him, but I am sobbing and just like incoherently like, Sally's gone, Charles. She's gone. Like hyperventilating, like, but I'm not gonna fight him.
Yep, you're still going to take 2 points of sanity damage, though.
Okay.
Yeah, there's it's all good. Just for the players to know, like, even though you pass sanity checks, there's still sometimes you will still take damage of something traumatic, like watching your friend die right in front of your eyes. Is something that could still happen. But it's a whole lot worse than what it could have been. So, that's going there. Yeah, and I'm gonna say you Charles is gonna just carefully kind of spend his move. He's not rushing because he's carrying you. He's trying to be careful, and he kind of makes it at least 2/3 over the wood pile. And I'm gonna say, Corey, you're not fighting, and so you're just kind of in his arms right now as he's just kind of taking you over. And if you're okay with that, we're just gonna move. Okay. Sally. Well, you guys don't see Sally anymore. The clown. You guys. I'm imagining that the way that you're being held is that you're looking back at the clown. If you want to say something different of where you're looking.
No, that's fine. That makes sense.
So you see the clown raise its axe again and just bring it down on the wood pile.
Charles, watch out!
Okay. And it the wood shakes and rumbles and everything as the wood just shatters as it's making its way through the pile.
Are we down or are we on it?
You're not down, you're on it. Charles is gonna, let's see. Okay, no, Charles just rolled. He passed just a dexterity check, and he kind of just coasts down, and he's on the ground now. So you guys are no longer in the wood pile, but the wood, it's still blocking the clown a little bit. All right. Caleb, your turn.
So Caleb hears that all the stuff that's going on behind him, and is just yelling behind him, "Hurry up, guys! Hurry up, guys! I'm just gonna run ahead and try to get help." So kind of letting his friends know that he's not leaving them, but he's just gonna try and make his way ahead to try to find help before this weird monster catches up to them. And
yeah. All right, so you're using all three of your actions to run down the path?
Yep.
Okay, and that's pretty easy to do. And you just hear this roar behind you. However, you running forward meet somebody. This woman just what are you doing?
So what do I know about this person? Is it
it looks like a young woman, blonde hair, and she just looks tired.
Does she look like somebody from the?
She's wearing. It looks like she's wearing roll. No, you know what? You. I'm not gonna say you can notice anything right now. It's just, what are you doing? Adrenaline's running high. Just she's like, what are you doing?
So, there's this giant monster behind us, and my friends we're in trouble. Can you help us?
There's more. Oh my goodness, we've been looking for you. And she pulls out this gun, this whatever the equivalent in the 1920s of a
Derringer.
kind of I'm just like a 6-shooter. And she looks and is just okay, your families are at the fireplace, just go. And she just walks forward, and you just pulls back the hammer. She goes, and at this point we're kind of out of the chase, and she walks past Percy, and she's keep moving, and then walks up, and kind of at this part, which the thing is you didn't make it very far down the path, because you remember it took you guys 20 minutes to make it here, and she met you kind of as you were just bolting down, and you weren't close to the fireplace, and or the fire pit rather, and she just looks forward, and she just yells, "Get down!" as Charles is "That's a gun!" and, and she just aims. Okay, and just fires as this bullet like just reverberates and sends out, and just Cora, you see the head of this of the clown just whip back and then slowly come back forward, and then this woman is like, get to the fireplace. Do you guys all listen?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys are out of the chase. And we are going to actually fast forward in time a little bit. As I am looking, and there we go. We want this song. So it is now a week later. It is, let's see. So November 1st would have been on Saturday, because it was Friday, was Halloween. It's now a week later. You guys, all four of you, heading back with your families to St. Ignace, where it's a different vibe than the partying and the energy that you guys had there. You guys enter the building with your families. You guys all got, well, I don't know who Percy's staying with. I'm thinking about
Percy just finds his own place to sleep. He doesn't have anybody.
Alright. But yeah, so definitely Caleb and Cora, you guys get an earful of what is happening, what you guys did, and what happened throughout the week is pretty much as you guys were running from that forest, you heard more shots, and then more adults coming in behind the path, and a few like kind of grabbed you and just like were running, and what you guys can hear, maybe you hear from some of the other kids, was just like, yeah, we heard this yell and scream come from the woods, and then we noticed you guys weren't there, and the adults started looking, and I don't know, what happened, and we'll leave it up to you if you guys share with the kids, but I'm just gonna say that eventually you guys told your parents, and Percival, they brought all of you guys down to the police, and you guys sit down like kind of in this room, and this woman walks in, the same woman, but she has this fresh cut along her cheek, and she's just like, I want you guys to know what you did was idiotic, but I need to know what happened. I'm Sheriff Hudson, or not Sheriff Hudson, but she's like, it's what she will be, but she is, she's like, I'm Officer Hudson. I just was assigned here, and like, she's like, I need to know what happened. And we won't replay through it all, but do you guys hide anything?
For Caleb's part, he doesn't hide anything, but first he asks if, what the thing was.
Well, let's just say it won't be bothering you guys anymore. But I need to know. Just let me know. You're not going to be any more trouble with me than you are with your parents, so I just need to know what happened.
Sally's dead, right?
Yes.
It wasn't supposed to be that way. We're just going to the cabin. It's supposed to be a spooky story.
Well, you guys got your story. can't really change what you guys did. But
We didn't do anything. We didn't.
well,
There were people in the house.
and we're just gonna kind of just fast forward as like this is like the whole day and the next day of you guys telling her the story and her just kind of going back and forth of looking at the crime scene and everything. And what you guys hear eventually as like some of the older kids is just like, yeah, they burnt down that there's like nothing left. The adults went down and like burned down Cutter's cabin. It's just gone. And we go through that week, and we come up to, as you guys walk to St. Ignace, and you guys see like a pamphlet that says, as Father Bailey kind of gets up and he's like, well, we all knew Sally. She was the pride and joy of this place, and always had an energy that was enrapturing, and you couldn't say no. And like you look over and you see like Charles, just tears in his eyes, just shaking like with sadness and everything, as like can't look up. You hear like sobs and tears from her parents that are up there like near the front row, and it's like, and Father Bailey's like, it's always hard, but we're gonna start the mass of Christian burial right now. It's always hard to see when a young one leaves, but it's always hard when it happens right in your back door. And like he goes on and talks some more, and it gets to the part where you, right behind the church, it has its own grave plot already dug up, and you guys are sitting there, and you're standing there, and just your parents are like, I don't know, maybe if it's not that day, maybe it's another, like later, you guys are all around there, like around the grave, you, Caleb, Cora, Percy, and Charles, just kind of looking at the grave freshly buried there. Everyone's kind of gone. Your parents, you guys are grounded, like beyond like anything that you guys can imagine. But you guys are sitting there just staring at the grave. Do you guys say anything to each other?
We can't tell any of the other kids
have.
about this. We should never have gone out there.
Percy doesn't say anything. He's just kind of beyond words, has just been mostly silent for the past few weeks.
We didn't do this. There were other people there.
We didn't do it, but we still can't tell any of the other kids about it, for sure.
We have to find them.
But-
They hurt her.
But what can we
And
do?
it would have hurt the town. I don't know. We have to... I have to know.
Percy
Hopefully
finally,
that officer believed everything we told her.
Percy finally kind of looks up and says, "None of this makes any sense. What?" And he like struggles to find the words that he's looking for, trying to wrap his head around everything that he saw and happened. And he says, what even was that can't have been real. That's not. That was
Percy, Sally's dead.
that was a nightmare. That's not the way things happen. That's not the way real life works.
Monsters are real, Percy.
Those
We saw
monsters
one.
aren't real.
That monster
They
was.
have to be.
Age.
And
Percy.
those people,
Sorry, go ahead.
those people brought it. They brought it to our town.
But we don't
Percy.
even know who it was.
Percy falls silent again, just kind of shaking his head.
Then we have to find out.
And then Charles speaks up and he's like, guys, they didn't tell you, but those people are dead. The people that you guys are talking about that were in the house, they found 4 bodies burned. Whoever they are, they're not here. And I don't know, no one can really tell me what happened with whatever that thing was, but for Sally's sake, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to cry over this. I'm going to do something different. And like, he kind of puts his hand on the gravestone. He's just like, for her. And then kind of just exhales, just like, I'm done playing games. It's time to grow up. And like kind of walks towards the exit.
Charles, what are you gonna do?
I don't know yet. But I gotta do something. And he kind of walks out.
Percy kind of watches him walk away and then looks at the other two and is like, if you're both smart, you'll forget this ever happens and get as far away from here as you can. And then without looking at them, just kind of walks off.
We can't forget it, but what can we do?
Someone has to know. I know we're little. I don't even know if the adults believe us, honestly. I don't think my parents do.
I know my parents don't believe us, but maybe that officer believes it at least a little bit. I mean, she had to have done something with the monster, because, did you see that scar that she had?
Yeah, I saw her shoot it. She knows.
With that, we're gonna fade the black. And like imagine like the date pops up. I guess now it's like November like 12th, 1924. Is that what year it was? I lost what year it was. It's in one of these notes.
Sounds right.
We'll go with that.
I have it right here. I opened up a different note and then I lost that. Yeah, 1924. And like it sits there and then like the days like start clicking up to where it's like 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, and it goes, and then it's like October, November. Sorry, it was November, December, January, and then like those become a blur as we just see the dates go from 1924, 23.
We're going back in time.
25,
20, 25, 26, 27, until like it just slowly starts to slow down as it goes. October 31st, 1934. 10 years later, we open up to an office in the county, and we see a woman, older now, about 10 years, who looks tired, bags under her eyes, sitting in an office behind a big desk, and there's like a buzz at the door, and she's just like, "Yes, what is it?" And like a voice comes over and is like, "Your father's here to see you." Okay, let him in. And Dean Hudson walks into this office and looks at Sheriff Hudson, and she's like, "Alex, yeah, you've been beating yourself up for 10 years now." I don't remember if this was Dean's voice, but it's like, "You've been beating yourself up. Come on, you gotta do." And she's like, "Dad, whatever happened that night was not explainable, and I don't know where it went. It just left." And Dean's like, "I know you told me this time and time again, but look, your mother and me, we wanna see you. Look," and she just slides over this panther and is like, "No one's gonna go to the town Halloween party after that event." And he's like, "No, this is different. There's a circus come to town. Let's just take a break." And we're gonna cut there as the prologue ends.
All right.
A circus?
No good
Yeah,
can
it's
come of this.
Yeah, it's not foreboding or anything.
Well, thank you for playing the 5-episode prologue and staying up super late because I just looked at the time.
It is late.
But yes, but I don't know. It was intense.
That was good.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for the next episode where things happen.
We come back a little bit older.
Yep.
And a little bit more traumatized.
Yeah, so there will be some things. So pretty much all, just let you guys know, all the skill checks that you succeeded in, off camera you can roll to see if you level those up, which just means pretty much you're going to roll. If you fail, I believe, you can roll a D. No, luck that's a different thing. I think if you, I don't know, we'll figure it out. But there's something you roll and then you're going to roll a D10 to add that many points to there. And then there'll be a few other things that we're going to do. But guys, that is the prologue of Sanity Lost, and chapter 1 of the 1934 is going to start. And you know what? If I timed this out correctly, this came out either the week of Halloween or on Halloween. I don't remember how they're being put out. So, welcome to the drama train. I hope everything's cool. See you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye-bye.